Hey everyone, how's it going today? I'll be talking about the Origin Protocol, and as you see here on their website, it's a sharing economy without intermediaries. And their goal is to build a rich ecosystem of marketplace buyers and suppliers from the ground up. This is a very, very challenging goal, but they have steps to be able to meet the requirements to create a successful business and way for people to be able to sell items without having percentages taken out of their profit. The platform will launch in three major components to address these prospective challenges. It will have an Origin decentralized app and a shared data layer and standards, and the Origin Foundation. You can read more about these things in the product brief right here. It gives a very good summary of what Origin is about and why they are doing this to beat marketplaces and companies such as OpenBazaar, District 0x, Craigslist, eBay, Uber, or Airbnb. They give the history of these different companies to tell you why these aren't as successful as Origin could be as it becomes mainstream. Incentives are to create a rich ecosystem of marketplace buyers and sellers so the Origin D app will not charge standard transaction fees. This creates a non-trivial barrier for most startups being able to expand internationally. So a main problem that Origin is addressing is how a lot of people want to expand their businesses internationally, but there are many rules, regulations, and fees associated with that, which sometimes becomes out of question for people to pursue expansion due to these complications. Origin is fixing this with their protocol because there won't be those complications on their platform. Other high-level benefits include having a built-in mechanism to incentivize early ecosystem participants who hold and transact Origin token to use and promote the network. So that's what's going to bring the Origin token, and it's going to rise in value because we have an incentive as token holders to make Origin successful. And I don't see why this shouldn't be successful in the sense that Origin is a very fast moving and easy way to make a business and communicate with a bunch of people as long as everyone tries to use Origin just as much as Craigslist was used back when that was made. And the goal that Origin has is to make it just much easier for people to sell things just like Craigslist, but not have the uncertainty that Craigslist gives you. And that's why there's a shared data layer and the standards that will be released with Origin. All the things will be put on a public ledger, so it's going to be held in escrow when services are being bought, and then it will be released once they are completed, and that's just an example. And then at a lower level, it will build and improve upon existing product paradigms and user features. So here you can kind of see on building your business on Origin, try the demo. You can actually go to GitHub, and then you can go to this demo.originprotocol.com. And this is just a very quick example of what the Origin protocol could look like. And it's not completed to its standards that will be seen throughout the rest of 2018, but it just gives you an idea of the ease of usability by just clicking and just purchasing something on here. And then it gives little summaries of what you're trying to purchase that you can just read under the product description. Here, if you want to go into more detail, you can always read the white paper. But the features include user profiles and data, which is very nice to have because just like on eBay and Amazon, you have these profiles that you can read about to see if you trust these people that you're buying from, and to see if see their reviews. So They will have a listing of for sale goods and fractional use of assets and services. So you're not only going to be able to buy goods and just that are tangible, you can also buy services with this because the way it's held in escrow and then released once they're completed. And then the ability to convert fiat currency on the fly to the origin token for the use on the network. So their goal is to be able to try and get it where USD could be transferred to Origin at ease instead of having to go through Coinbase and then go through Bittrex or Gemini, just any exchange, and then just kind of make it more direct, which is something we all want in the crypto world. And then escrow funds for deposits with release of funds upon exchanges or completions of goods and services. I've already talked about that a little bit, and it's kind of just self-explanatory. And you can read all of the things I'm saying in the product brief and then the white paper, but I just kind of took out the things that I thought were most important. The setting and browsing availability and scheduling. So that will just show when people are available, and then you can see the availability of the products or services. And then I talked about the reviews and ratings, and they are going to have an identity verification using uPort or other things like Civic and Keybase, so that will make sure that you are not being scammed. And if, for say, there is a scammer out there, people can give them negative reviews, and that is an incentive to receive Origin tokens as well. So you want to be able to participate in the market and not only share the good things, but also share the bad things. And the bad things will give you a reward if that's true based on a voting system. And the promotions and discount codes will be for the Origin protocol as well. And just like on eBay, Amazon, and Airbnb and Uber have created those as well. And they will have referral incentives, so people joining Origin you would want that to happen, and then you would get some Origin tokens for that. All right, so the token itself will be a utility token that serves as a fundamental way to transfer value between participants across the network. At a high level, this native token serves three key functions on the platform: facilitating buyer and seller transactions, ensuring platform security and health by creating both positive and negative incentives, and enabling network governance. First, buyers and sellers will exchange Origin token during the purchase of the goods and services. So all of that means that this token will be used on the marketplace that Origin creates, that it will be used to create appropriate both positive and negative incentives on the managing the platform security as well as growth. In this way, users are given incentive to self-moderate the network, as they will be given a share of forfeited deposits for identifying fraudulent and spammy behavior, but will be penalized if they falsely challenge legitimate listings or accounts. So that gives a checks and balances kind of approach to Origin, saying that even though we are taking out the middlemen, that it's still a way to see if these people are legitimate or not. And on the flip side, the platform will also offer positive incentives for desired behaviors. This uses a better than free business model to encourage early adopters to add value to the network. So the Origin token will be driven up in value because of people coming on to the system and investing in Origin as well. It will just automatically start rising once people start using the service. Origin will the token will be used for governments of the major platform decisions. So that gives you kind of like a voting chip in a way that will give you a say in whether you want Origin to change this or change that, or keep this the same or keep that the same, etc. The foundation itself, the Origin Foundation, is a nonprofit organization whose purpose is to promote the long-term vision and success of the Origin project. The foundation will serve as the community in the following ways: Project governance. This includes the decision marketing, community voting, and helping to guide the overall direction of the project. Evangelistic efforts such as the developer outreach, organizing conferences and local meetups along with marketing efforts, investment committee for the Origin Fund, employing core developers to review open source contributions, regular auditing, both financial and technical, arbitration services, management of insurance pools, and processing of insurance claims, and the offline identity verification such as verifying driver's license or passports. So this foundation will serve as a little government of origin for the start of the project. Here we'll be talking about growth and that early investors in the project will be naturally incentivized to use the product and share it with their friends. The higher the demand for the token, the higher the value for the personal holdings. In addition to the organic rewards that come from using the platform, we also plan to create explicit referral programs that reward people who share Origin with their friends. So throughout this video, I've been talking about that and how the referral program works. And then that just shows how it's going to grow the platform, because once people are holding it and they're using the Origin token for the marketplace, and then they have people invited and then added to the system as well, then there's a market cap and there's a total supply, and that total supply will be reached quicker because the volume will just be keep going up. And then while that's happening, then the price just keeps going up, and it's just self-explanatory, and it runs in a cycle, just like every other successful project that you've seen out there. There's going to be a limited number of advisor tokens to valuable members of the community. What they mean by that is they'll be issuing tokens via a fund to various companies and organizations building on top of the platform for creating their community. And this is for more people to get involved. So that gives an incentive to build their company on the Origin platform using their DApp and using their marketplace. They will have advisor tokens for valuable members of the community who go above and beyond creating the value for the project. And this has already all happened, which has been very successful. I've been following along on the Telegram, which has now reached 1,000 members around the same time Ethereum has finally reached $1,000. It's pretty funny. And then we talk about different things that could contribute to the growth of Origin here, which is a very interesting thing to follow. And then I've been there since there's probably only been 30 people in it, and seeing it grow like this within a month, not even a month, is just insane. So I hope that this really shows you that Origin will be something of 2018 and beyond, and will really kick off this year with something that's really innovative and good for startups that are looking to start a business without having all those fees and problems that are there with other sharing economy services. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope I give a good overview of what Origin is, and you become interested in what the protocol is even more.